Hey guys, what's up? Game Boy here. Welcome back to another video. So this first story we have comes from the Batman Arkham series. So a YouTuber named Warstu, he has over 90,000 subs. So for context, Ed Boon tweeted out this. He says, those Arkham games sure have left a strong legacy. Warstu decided to check the domain names of these, and this was what he found. So Batman Arkham Legacy, because you know, he said legacy in the tweet, he typed in Batman Arkham Legacy on something called who.is, and Batman Arkham Legacy is linked to GoDaddy.com. Once he typed in GothamKnightsGame.com, it's linked to Mark Monitor. Not only that, but Warner Brothers is also linked to Mark Monitor. To give some context, they do work with Warner Brothers, so the two are definitely connected somehow. So for this next story we have comes from the reboot of the Battletoads series, or the remake. I don't really know. I don't know much about the Battletoads series, so correct me down in the comments. So a YouTuber with over 1,000 subscribers named the Burkinator4 tweeted out this. He said, really sad that Battletoads hasn't had any updates since its announcement. Really hope it isn't cancelled or being remade because people were crying about the art style. Well, believe it or not, AJ Grant Scrutton responded with news soon. And another YouTuber with over 200,000 subscribers named Matt McMuscles, he tweeted out this. He says, wouldn't be that surprised if that Battletoads game that was revealed 2 years ago is straight up cancelled or going through a heavy retooling. So Daryl Sinclair Gardner, he's a video editor over at Rare, he responded to that tweet and he said this. I can promise you that it will be released very soon, as I literally edit a trailer for it as I type. I can't be too sure, but I think he later ended up deleting that. I don't really know. So for this next story we have comes from the Call of Duty Black Ops series. This has been rumored for a while now. A rumored game called Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War has been rumored, and the release date might have possibly been leaked by Doritos. A YouTuber with over 350,000 subscribers named The Gaming Revolution, we've talked about him before. He tweeted out this. He says, these are the 2 Doritos Double XP promotional images that I was DM'd earlier from an anonymous source for Call of Duty 2020 Black Ops Cold War. I was too worried about copyright issues to post them earlier, but since Charlie Intel shared them, I assume they're safe. So this next story we have comes from Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the reboot. So Slasher AL tweeted out this. Another glorious day of Modern Warfare where something new pops up. So which teams have been doing the Modern Warfare 2 start glitch the entire year? And Zero responded with, heard about it today, and you could say I'm not shocked one bit. So this next story we have comes from Cyberpunk 2077. Nothing really happened with this game, but I really want to talk about it because it's really awesome in my opinion. So a Twitter user named Tomek Dittrich, I probably butchered that name, but I tried. As a remake of both Game Boy and Cyberpunk 2077, I couldn't resist to mix those two in my latest Blender project, Night City Cyberboy, a retro gaming console of the future. This next story we have comes from the Dragon Ball series. So a YouTube channel with 100 subscribers named Saya/Team, they tweeted out this on Twitter. They made a fan-made game called Dragon Ball Demon Breaker. And this is what they said. They said, say hello to Dragon Ball Demon Breaker. The very first DMC, or DMC for those who don't know, stands for Devil May Cry. The very first Devil May Cry inspired fan-made Dragon Ball character action project. More info will be available in the next couple of months. For now, enjoy our brand new gameplay reveal. Speaking of fan-made games, that was a nice transition, I'd say so myself. Speaking of fan-made games, the Driver series recently had a fan-made game, and it's called Driver Syndicate. And a YouTuber with over 300 subscribers named JellySoap, he's the one who made this, or at least I think. So this next story we have comes from Doom Eternal. So a YouTuber with over 250 subs, I can't remember his name, but I will leave a link to his channel down below if I can go back and find it. He beat this game in literally under 2.5 hours. So for this next story we have comes from the reboot of Fable. It was recently announced. So a Twitter user named ChronoTK tweeted out this. Now this is translated because this was translated from French to English. So this is what the Twitter user said. And for the greatest happiness of Sire Goopel, a game in the world of Fable, but an MMO. Sorry, no Fable 4. So this next story we have comes from Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. This was recently announced, I think, last month, I think. Well, Funko might possibly be hinting at a release date for this game. Well, they don't say the date outright. They did say this on Twitter. Coming out soon, Funko FNAF Security Breach pre-order now. So for this next story we have comes from the Hello Neighbor series, and a Hello Neighbor sequel was announced. I think we talked about this a couple videos ago where I said that there was a spin-off announced called Hello Guest. Well, now an official sequel has been announced as Hello Neighbor 2, and yeah, there you go. So this next story we have comes from The Last of Us 2. So a Twitch streamer with over 300,000 subscribers named Jinnytty, she was playing this game and she made a transphobic comment about a character in the game, and this got her banned. Now, before I get into this next story, I want to say, take this with a massive grain of salt. This is huge. We don't really know if it's going to be a third game, but it's definitely going to be something related to the game. So take this with a grain of salt. This next story comes from Left 4 Dead. Now, don't freak out, because I love Valve games. I played Half-Life 2, I played Left 4 Dead 2, I played Portal and Portal 2. According to a YouTube channel named Valve News Network, they're a YouTube channel with over 300,000 subscribers. They have found some closed private servers of maps that weren't in Left 4 Dead 1 or 2. This does reference a mini campaign from the first one called The Last Stand. Now, the person running Valve News Network says that there were about 17 people playing on this map, and that it was password protected. And on top of that, they have a source telling them that Left 4 Dead 2 is getting a major content update towards the end of this year, along with a full port of The Last Stand, which just adds more evidence that this could be just a content update for Left 4 Dead 2, but then again, at least we're getting something Left 4 Dead related. This next story we have comes from the Legend of Zelda series. A YouTuber with over 100,000 subscribers named Kaze Emanuar, I probably butchered that name. I've talked about him before on my other channel, which I no longer upload to. Subscribe to this one, please. He made a fan-made sequel to Ocarina of Time. It takes place in Hyrule, and it takes place pretty much back when Link was young in Ocarina of Time, before you pulled out the Master Sword and aged 7 years. I'll leave a link to his channel down in the description below if you want to check that out. Please definitely go check him out. This next story we have comes from the Mafia series. In an interview with IG, Hayden Blackman said this about the 20th anniversary of the Mafia series and pretty much the definitive edition of Mafia. This is what he had to say. We have a number of people on the team who worked on the original Mafia, and they saw it as a good opportunity as we're bridging the gap between Mafia 3 and the next project we're working on, and I agreed. Now, people have been making the theory that we're getting a Mafia 4. This next story we have comes from the Xenoblade series. So a YouTuber with over 25,000 subscribers named Food4Dogs pretty much did a video on the history of Xenoblade. This next story we have comes from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So a Twitch streamer named Bear Unlove, or UnLV, or I don't know how to say that last part. He pulled off an insane trick in my opinion. I've never seen this happen in Mario Kart. And he tweeted out this and how he did it. He said, "Here's the replay in slow-mo, plus the perspective of my opponent. 1. Slid on my own banana peel, yeeted the bomb to explode it by using the blue shell blast on that lingers. I didn't get hurt during invincibility frames, and number 4, win." He pulled off this insane trick. I'll leave a link down to his Twitter if you want to go check that out. So yeah. So this next story we have comes from Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. So a YouTuber with 39 subscribers named Steph, he was the first one to uncover this, or at least I think he was. He uncovered the secret cutscene where if you disarm all the nukes, you'll get this secret cutscene. So this next story we have comes from Metroid. So an Instagram model with nearly 500,000 followers posted this. I just think she looks awesome, especially cosplaying as Samus. So yeah. This next story we have comes from Rainbow Six Siege. So some of you might have heard of BikiniBodhi. He recently got permabanned from Rainbow Six Siege, and he tweeted out, I think 3 tweets of just him ranting and venting, and this is insane. He tweeted out this. My account was hacked while I was asleep, and I was permanently banned for cheating, which obviously wasn't me. Please fix. Someone legit bypassed my two-step and locked in from across the Atlantic Ocean during a pandemic. Apparently to bypass the two-step, he had somehow made his PC a trusted device. How is that even possible? Fix your shit. This breach of security is unacceptable. So this next story comes from Resident Evil 8 Village, and yes, I had to talk about this. I am going to talk about Resident Evil every single chance I get because I freaking love it. So Aesthetic Gamer, aka Dusk Golem, he tweeted out this. He said, I feel like this shouldn't be very surprising as Capcom already has said there'd be more RE8 stuff in August. But yes, there will be a new Resident Evil 8 trailer next month. This final story we have comes from the Tomb Raider series. Now, it was almost confirmed that Lara Croft from Tomb Raider was almost confirmed as bisexual. A Twitter user by the name of Gail Simone tweeted out this. She said, I was replaying the first of the new Tomb Raider trilogy, love that series, and you cannot convince me that Lara and Sam aren't 10,000% gay for each other. It's not even subtext. And Jackson Lansing responded to this and said, Gail, we tried so hard to make it canon. We had an entire issue in Tomb Raider Inferno dedicated to Lara going through a toxic drug trip and finally fully understanding her feelings for Sam. By the time it went to publishing, their culminating kiss had become a friendly hug. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new, subscribe. And if you like the video, leave a thumbs up. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.